Congressional Democrats believe they have removed one of the big stumbling blocks standing in the way of health care reform. They have agreed to give unions a 5-year exemption from the 40% tax on expensive health care plans. This deal was hammered out in a closed-door White House meeting with President Obama, which lasted until after 1 o'clock this morning. Let's talk about it with Frank Donatelli. He's the chairman of GOPAC, a group that helps train the next generation of Republican leaders. Democratic pollster Doug Schoen is a Fox News contributor. He's a partner at Penn, Schoen and Berland. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
Doug, this exemption that I guess is going to cut a break for union members and government employees, is that fair?
Well, I don't know if it's fair, John. That's for the Democrats in the Congress to decide. It also isn't clear whether it will mean that the bill will be paid for. There's a $60 billion hole now in the legislation.
Well, that's my second question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sure it's fair. Not sure it's paid for.
Okay, so how do you pay for it? If you're gonna give union members, Frank, this $60 billion gift, I guess really it amounts to, how do you pay for that?
John, I think a question that a lot of Americans are asking themselves is, if this bill is so good, why does everyone need an exemption in order to vote for it? You know, we see the drug companies get a special deal. We see what happened in Louisiana and most notoriously Nebraska in the Senate, where they got special deals. And now the unions get a special deal. I guess this bill is only good if it doesn't apply to you. Doug makes the correct point that depending on the scope of this deal, the president has talked a lot about how this bill is deficit neutral. If you're going to make up $60 billion, I guess you're going to have to tax somebody else for it. Another reason why I think the American public is just not for this.
Doug, there are indications that some, even Democrats, are starting to get nervous about the ramifications of all this. I want to give you a quote, show you a quote that Politico attributes to Democrat of North Dakota Congressman Earl Pomeroy. He says, "I believe Congress needs to resolve this fairly quickly, this protracted health care debate. We have a number of other issues that haven't been able to get enough attention because health care is taking up all the floor time and all the attention. We need to move on." What do those Democrats who are voting, or, who seem to be supporting this thing, what do they say to their constituents back home?
Well, they're getting an earful, as Frank suggested, from their constituents for two reasons. One, there's a lot of fear that the health care bill will cost a lot of money and will hurt people's individual health care. There really is not an understanding how it'll help people. But there's a larger issue, John, and that's the issue of jobs. We've got unemployment at about 10% now. We don't have any clear sense it's going to go down anytime soon. And the American people want to get on to find out how the administration and the Congress are going to improve the economy, create jobs, and stimulate economic activity. So far, we don't have any clear idea how that'll be done.
Yeah, Frank, the saying is that this health care bill is not anything unusual when it comes to crafting legislation, but you get deadlines that are pushed back, you get recalcitrant senators getting special deals, to apparently buy their votes, you get government employees and unions getting special treatment. Is this what the founding fathers envisioned?
Well, I guess somebody said if you watch Laws and Sausage being made, both of them are very, very distasteful. I think what's unusual about this is a permanent change in 1/6 of the American economy. And we would hope that Congress might be a little more judicious when they make these kinds of permanent changes. Doug is exactly right, though. Jobs are the issue. 10% unemployment. If a competitive Senate seat in Massachusetts, of all places, John, doesn't convince the Democrats that they're in a lot of trouble, I don't know what will.
All right. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Doug Schoen and Frank Donatelli, thank you both.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.